Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I am Eki Husni Muzaki. Yeah, I am I'm student at UI. Islamic State University Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung. Yeah, my student number is 008 204 and 0031. Yeah, yeah, that's all. And then. mm I am from English Education Department from 4A class. Yeah, I make this video to fulfill my assignment from curriculum and material development uh, subject. Yeah, who is the lecturer is Dr. Andes Abidin MPD. Yeah, and in this video I'm going to explain my part about focusing on language content in a communicative syllabus. Yeah, this is my part. Then in this material I am going to explain um, a one point and two sub points. Yeah, sub points. The point is integrating notional and functional meaning with grammar and thematic and lexis. Yeah, and the two sub points is the fluffing inventories and the lexis, the choice of lexis. Yeah, but actually the choice of lexis, yeah, this is not my part to be explained in this video because it is my friend's part to be explained. Yeah, so I think about lexis, about the choice of lexis, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about about it, something like that. So that okay friends, let's I'm going to begin my explanation. Okay, focusing on language content in a communicative syllabus. Yeah. First thing that that we are going to talk about is integrating notional and functional meaning with grammar, thematic, and lexis. Yeah, with grammar, integrating notional and functional meaning with grammar, thematic content, and lexis. Yeah. There are several things that need to be to be considered. Yeah, and then what is discussed by integrating notional and functional meaning with thematic and lexical content is the nation's translation, and understanding of the grammar and thematic content and matters relating to linguistics. Yeah, and then there are several things that designers need to do. Yeah, those are: the first is present linguistic form systematically to enable learners to express the basic notions of language. Yeah. Furthermore, special emphasis needs to be placed on interlingual differences relating to the realization of notions. Yeah, that's the first thing. And the second thing is use communicative context to allow learners to interact within a wide range of communication language function. And the last one is use a variety of text types, both the oral and written form, in order to develop communicative proficiency in all language skills. And unless a specific course calls for emphasis on one or two language skills rather than on all. In this case, the I mean the learning designer place more emphasis on grammar and theoretical knowledge only. So there are things that must be considered, include development inventories and the choice lexis. Yeah, this is the sub points of these points. Yeah, development inventories and the choice of lexis. Yeah, The first is development inventories. In the development inventories, there are three inventories and one point and another one is combining the inventories. Yeah, the first inventory is inventory A. Yeah, inventory A. We talk about notion and grammar. Yeah, or ideas and concept and grammar. Yeah. Inventory A consists of separate list. Yeah, separate list. So there are two things and inventory A consists of two things. Yeah, the first thing is all grammatical topics are taught during learning, organized in a sequence that fits in the learner's systematics and in generalization that can be developed in all ways. Yeah. And second thing is list of categories taught during learning. Like that. And then the two separate lists, yeah, that I have that I have talked to you, yeah. These two separate lists are then combined into units that contains ideas or concepts and structures in a way that allow us to show how notional and grammatical categories interact. As an example, as an example of a combined teaching unit of notion and grammar, consider the notion time and its interaction with the tense aspect system in English. This unit has to broken down into a teachable portion which may have to spread through which may to spread throughout the course, yeah, creating a type of spiraling plane where the unit of time and tense aspects recurs with expanded topics every few weeks, every few weeks or so. Yeah. Thus, the planners might decide that the most logical place to begin his unit is with the durative aspect, which is English is probably different from all other language. Yeah, from all other language requiring special focus in the materials. And second inventory is inventory B, with uh, focus on themes and topics. Yeah. Inventory B is a list of themes and topics. Yeah. Its main purpose is twofold. Yeah. A, to provide appropriate cultural contextualization for the language material in syllabus. Yeah. And B, to motivate interest by using topics that are relevant and appealing to a particular group of learners. Yeah. This inventory is of vital importance and may ultimately make or break the course in terms of its success in the classroom. The topic to be included may come from questionnaires administered to potential students of similar age groups and interns, as well as from open discussion with students with student at similar level. Yeah. Another strategy for topic selection is to integrate content from other subject matter areas in the course curriculum. For example, a major topic that appear in history, geography, social student, or science can be integrated with the English language course by using them in specification of some themes and topic. Yeah, like that. And the next inventory is inventory C, which focus on social cultural function. Yeah. Inventory C is a list of communicative socio-cultural function which planners decide to include in the course of study. Yeah. However, planners are faced with serious difficulties since there is no reference text that provide a comprehensive description of speech act of speech act of speech act, yeah, behavior in English, much less more the first language of the learners. Yeah. What designer would need to know for such a preferred text will be the following information about each speech act that they decide to include the course plan. Yeah. First is the typical situation in which each speech act is used by native speakers. For example, what are some typical situations in which native speaker of English tend to apologize, yeah, complain, or compliment, yeah, and or compliment the hearer. Yeah, the extent to and the second thing is the extent to which the speech act change, yeah, informed or selection of the particular utterance according to the participant taking part, yeah. And the last thing is the most frequent utterance that a native speaker used to carry out the speech act in formal and informal settings. Yeah, that's all that. The last inventory, the inventory C. And another thing is combining. Yeah, the last, the last thing is combining the three inventory. Yeah. The most difficult task in focus selection in combining the three inventories. Yeah. The goal is create course plans which will consist of a theme, including subtopic. Yeah. And a list of notion and grammatical structure and a selection function. Yeah. The first concern is which inventory should be basic one. Yeah. Here the answer depends entirely on course goal. Yeah. The linguistic inventory has traditionally been organized in a certain sequence, so it fits everyone's cultural expectation, like reciting the alphabet in customary order. Yeah. It seems natural and basic. Assume that designer decide to focus on verb and phrase that express habitual regular events. Yeah, under the general motions time with special focus on frequency. Yeah. Information much comes from inventory A. Picking up inventory B, they now look for theme or topic that could provide these notional grammatical units with suitable context background. There are various possibilities depending on the age and background of the student, issues of recurrent relevance, and etc. For example, assume that they choose the topic travel and within it focus on modern means of transportation. When merging inventory A will come up against a few additional difficulties. Yeah, for one, once K have made some of topic decision in their selection to a great extent, additional decision now be guided by it. Yeah, I think that's all my part. My part of this in that I need that my part that I have to explain, yeah, in this video. And another subtopic is the choice of lexis, yeah, which this is my friend's part, but I'm going to tell you just a little bit, yeah. The choice of lexis by using inventory systems, designers are able to choose new lexical items which draw on selected theme. Yeah. As a result, systematically related words can be presented in varied contexts, all deriving from that theme, something like that. So that's all I think from me. Yeah, that's all that I can explain. Thank you for your kind attention, and I'm sorry for any mistakes. Thank you. Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.